Did you miss that tune, that early bird tune? And now I hear it again, and I just thinking to myself, was it really a week? It felt like a year. I was a week off, did some things with an old steam train. If you want to know what I did, then check my Twitter. I tweeted that one, and now we are here again at 10 o'clock Amsterdam time and at 4 o'clock Eastern time. So, taking a week off is something that you really should do sometimes. Did not watch any screens other than, well, television screen, but not screens like the graphs that you watch all day long, 24 hours sometimes, it feels like. And it's just been something that's very good. So if you're not having that possibility to take a week off, then just do that, because it really refreshes your mind. It really did fresh my mind. And well, when you go to your charts then it also looks a little bit, well, how should I tell it? How should I say that? A little bit weary or something, or a little bit off or different. So without me here, and that's always something that's, from a philosophical standpoint, something that is strange. Does something happen if you're not see it? So if a rock falls and you don't see it falling, does it really fall? That's a little bit too much on this Monday morning, but that's what happened to me during my week off. So we have a brand new week coming up, still earnings, and all the early birds are here. Good to see you soon. Good, great. We are friends, of course. We are friends. Good morning, Waltz. Good to see you too. Good morning, Anthony. Yeah. Let's do HUYA. Douglas, good morning. Alexandria, Virginia, you are an early bird. Or a late bird, maybe? Not a late bird, as in a deceased bird, but staying up late. I am back. Fox. Sorry. And good morning to you, Jess. So, did you all do well without me? Did you trade even? Of course you did, because Benzinga is this beautiful channel, and you can get a lot of trading ideas from all the people from Benzinga. And so, are you green? Are you red? Did you also take a week off? Tell me. And let's see for all time's sake. Did not watch pre-market for some time now. Hey, Luca. Green Fox, that's great. So what's happening with these markets? I did not watch the news. I did not watch anything. I can see APOP popping. This is APOP now into the opening. Pre-market 439 opening, and now all the way up to 520 and rejected that, and now fading again. So big pop after a big pop in post market. So you want to see this one above 520 if that's the pre-market high. You want to trade it in market open, and 520 is now your enter point if this stays like it is. And if it does not, then you have to move this line to the upside, of course. So this is happening on APOP right now. If you want to see if APOP is still a play, then you can watch the 7:30 show. And if you want to know where that is, then follow me on Twitter. The handle is below this YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Just click on it and you are on my... Thank you for that, Luca. And so we are... you can check that, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you know where I am at 7:30. That's 7:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Amsterdam time. Well, APOP is moving. NASCAR all out. And I see some red. As you can see also now, what you can see right now is the pre-market. Let's run. Good morning. You were Greenwald. Okay. Well, green is green. Volume's gone after an hour into opening year. That's typical. And I think that's still due to holidays, I think. Maybe we can watch some... what we can do on the 7:30 show is explain a little bit what you can do if volume dies down and how you can get back in trading. That might be some great aspect to talk about. So at the 7:30 show, we're going to talk about what happens if volume dies down and what can you do if it does that. And if it does, then I have some methods to and some plays that you can do after lunch hour or something. So let's do that on the 7:30 show. Trading pre-market and option in the first 30 minutes, and then you're out for the day. Oh, that's great, Fox. Good morning. H cup 76. Bile. Douglas. Bile. Why not bile? I have a watch list, so we're not only going to look at our friend HUYA. HUYA. Oh, right, bile, yeah. Tried to break that $1 mark. So we looked at bile here, way back here in February. These levels here, wanted to break that 150. Did not happen. Would have been a great short. But it's a hindsight threat. So this just might be an intraday trade. If it moves 20 cents on a day on a $1 stock, that's a lot. So I just would trade it on price action, Douglas, because it's a little bit small, and you really want some levels for this one, and I can't really determine something now. So if you want to get into this one, then be my guest. I have a small watch list. Look at this really tiny, nice, small watch list, and so we can just spend a little more time on the stocks that we are going to discuss today. So besides that, we also have this Neo play that we did, but that's from weeks ago, so I'm not going to talk about that. But we still have earnings this week, the week of August 16th, and HUYA is on that one. Roblox has earnings after the bell today. Walmart before they open tomorrow, as well as the Home Depot, and also HUYA, this one. We're going to talk about HUYA just in a minute. And then MCAR, Elcon, Target, Weibo, Nvidia, L Brands, Robinhood earnings here. That would be nice. Cisco, Victoria's Secret, some more or less famous name. Estee Lauder, Macy's, Petco on Thursday. Applied Materials, Blend, just to name a few. And then on Friday, before open, John Deere and Foot Locker earnings. Have earnings. Okay, good morning to you. What's on your mind? ARVL. Thinking of buying a dip here, I think, on ARVL. So we looked at this one here in the midst of July here. And what we said here, well, it can go two ways, like it always has. So 1492 really was a level. Above 1492 is a long, under 1492 is a short. It was the short. Remember now that we talked about this one. So let's erase those now because they don't matter anymore here. So you're trading against the trend now on this. Don't have to tell you that, of course. It's getting close to its IPO of way back in February 2020. A spec, so I think it was a spec, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So now you're trading against the trend here. That's always difficult in a sense, but it's also a possibility. And I can see why you're watching this, because if this double bottoms here, and if it bottoms on a daily level, so this here is, what is it, 1070. If it double bottoms here on 1070, then you might just take the bounce. It also can go all the way down to $10 here. It's IPO price. Did not check that, but I presume that it is at least around that price. You also want to see that this pop here. So this is what it, maybe just look at the weekly then. So this is the pop here. Didn't do a lot, didn't do nothing really from weeks, months even. And then this happens, which is kind of scary. So as a day trade, I want to see this 1070. This has to hold right now. Otherwise, under 1070, it's a free fall to $10.70. So you might want to short it if that's at all possible. Or I don't know if it's hard to borrow, but you have to check that. So this 1070 is really my line in the sand here. And it might just be a good opportunity to buy this if it decides to bounce here. So I'm gonna put that one on my watch list. Why not? Pam Stonks, the CRCT. Good morning, Lady Robin Hoods. Yeah, ARVL might be something that you want to watch. So this is CRCT. Why not? Hoopla. Recent IPO. We said that this was an area of support and or resistance because of this movement here, and it was. And when it finally fell through its support, try to get up one more time and then gap down. And what you want to see now, of course, is closing the gap here. Closing the gap on this one might just get you in trouble if your 200 million float can move $3 in a day, so it might be an opportunity, of course. It's a wild one. So let's erase those here. CRCT. This is the 50 moving average here, coming in here only after 50 days, of course, because it's the 50, and then this is the 20 and the 9. Crossing here. For swing traders, an important cross, but was earlier here, but didn't do much. The spread right now is $1. More than $1, but there's no volume, so you don't have to take that into account right now. Well, stocks like these, if you're day trading these, then I only want to buy these in strength. So I want to see something here. Is there some kind of support level? Well, there is not. There's not really, because this is with no volume. So the first support that you've got is these lows here. And these lows here are something that you might want to consider. Reasonably high volume. So this is also something. Okay, so it's 28.18 might be some kind of support that you want to see. But if you look at the spread, right now, fall down here, and then if you want to level far off, got up here, here. So it falls down here, boom. Struggling. This is price action on hourly, just not knowing what to do. And after it leaves its not knowing what to do area, then it just wants to get up again. So that's how I look at it right now. So this is not really something that this high here is 27.43 and this low here is 27.50 and this low here is 27.31. So let's call 27.50 the level that to the downside that you want to at least be watching, and it's not an exact level, it's an area. So if a stock falls down like this and then this happens here, I'm looking at the hourly right now on my screen, when something like this happens, and this is what we, if you see this on any time frame here, you might want to call it sharp, but after falling down like this, it did not fall any further than that. So that's a good thing. So fell down, and then this is called price discovery. The first 3 hours after the big gap down, it stayed in this area here from 24.77 to 29.06. That's a $5 range, but on an hourly, that you can call that a price discovery because of these candles here. And then after that, it decided it wanted to go up again. So what you do then is that you take the last high here on this candle. This is of course a higher high. So this is now. So the little trend that I'm spotting here is that this is a high, this high is a lower high, and this high is also a lower high compared to those. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. After that, it tried to stayed here for a while and then making a new high here. So this is a little trend reversal just on an hourly, not a big trend reversal. So high, lower high, and then here, there's your new high. High, higher high, lower high, a higher high into the close, and now it's just sitting here again, not knowing what to do. But what you want to see, of course, is this gap has to be closed. So that's where you're reaching for now. So after price discovery, we talked about this in the 7:30 show more than once in the past few months. I think that if you see something like this, and then price action turns around. So after a big fall, price discovery does not know where to go. Big range though for $30 stock, but does not know where to go. So stays here and then decides, okay, I'm not going to go down any further. And this is what you want to see then. And then there's 2018 is your first support level. And then your second support level here is 27.50. That's how I would look at CRCT. I'm not holding any stocks. I'm a day trader, Joshua. Good morning, Frans. Nano Dimension back in play, really? Arjun? Conversation on character, good morning. So I forgot all about... That's what a week off is doing to you. But you did not forget, I hope, that you have to like this show and you really have to hit the subscribe if you did not do that already. Most of you did, of course, but if you want to, please, this costs you nothing. And the only thing that you have to do, even if you watch this later with a cup of coffee, or otherwise hit that subscribe. Really, it's important. Nano dimension, why not? We looked at nano dimension for ages. And you can see why we did that, or when we did that. That's here around this point, at around 850. Then Ark bought this, so Kathy Wood bought this, and we thought, okay, if she buys it here, then it just might, but it did not. And so I'm gonna erase those. Also trading against the trends. I see why you're looking at this, because you want to buy the dip here again. So this is the low 6,590. Wow. Is that correct even? No. 577. Yeah. It's now at 592. So I need support here at 577, and then I want to see that pop. So it's a low here of yesterday. Also post-market low, almost 577. So kind of almost double bottomed here. And this little gap you want to see close down, as we mentioned. Well, I think it's a great company, but as a day trader, I really don't look into that. I tried this one so often at NDM that I'm getting a little bit discouraged. And maybe you have some stocks that you really liked for a while, and then just thought, okay, I'm not going to trade this one anymore because it just gives me bad trades. And something like that is happening to me trading NDM. Difficult one. So for day trade, only with 577 as some kind of support, I can get into that. So I'm gonna wait till the confirmation here of the 577 bounce. Otherwise, it's just not worth it for me. So this has to. So this has to really. I did not practice this unification. So it really has to bounce here. You can put in your order here at 578 if you want to, or you just can wait till it bounces and then gets up here and makes a new high after this. Why do you edit? I don't want to edit this. I want to duplicate this. And then you do something like this. And then this might be in also like this. It's not on scale right now, but you get the drift. So you can get in here 578. I'll wait till it makes a new high here. And if it makes a new high, then your entry point is 583. And then maybe this can be some kind of a play for you if you really are into this one. It was great. If you follow me on Twitter, then you can see I sent some live footage of the big steam train. You know what I'm talking about, Douglas. So we're going to talk about this nice little, small little watch list. So we have enough time for tickets from the chat because, well, you were all active all week, and maybe know a little bit more on what's happening. So this is HUYA, and we saw that HUYA had earnings today at but not today, tomorrow before open. And can you buy? So normally, what everybody says is buy the rumor, sell the news, and now we're going to try this the other way around. So the rumor on HUYA since July is not good, and they have earnings tomorrow. And even now in pre-market with no volume, so it does not count for anything. So open you at 10.05, closed you at 10.10. It's now at 9.90, so wants to go lower, even lower than it has been in these days ahead. So is there a possibility somewhere to buy this as a swing trade or as a day trade? Well, as a swing trade, there is really no level here to the downside that you can hold on to. So because it opened here at 15 all the way up and then did this, and now it's just trading here with no level to the downside. Yeah. So we didn't do this. We don't like it to do this the easy way. So this is the hard way to do it. So if there are no levels here, then you just have to wait for price action. Something has to, what we saw earlier on, if a stock falls like this, then there has to be some point, and we never know where it is because there are no levels here. There will be some point here that it's going to do price discovery. So we're going to wait for that. So let's see here on the hourly. This is the hourly. Never ever, well, maybe here. So this is something. When it wanted to go up here, it just hovered here for a while. This might be considered as some kind of price discovery, but then fell down again. This is also some kind of consolidation here, and then we're waiting to get up. But after a big fall like this, usually this happens. Little gap down. Really having struggling here we are. So I'm really curious if figures come out tomorrow, then it just might be something that is worth watching for. So how do you play this as a day trade? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. So when it falls down like this here, say on hourly, it's gonna continue to do this. Then what you want to watch this, you have to do this on a 15-minute or the hourly. I'm doing this now on an hourly, but you can also do this on a 15-minute. Then there has to be some points, and as long as it's making lower highs, then you just can not trade this one to the long side. So I'm waiting for some kind of consolidation station here in order to play this, or I'm gonna wait for something like this to happen after falling down even more during the day or during pre-market. I'm gonna watch this one and wait till what we just saw on the other stock. Just wait till something like this happens here. And because earnings are tomorrow before the bell, if I'm right, and during the day something like this might happen. And then people might want to say, okay, well, this is going on, so they're selling the rumor, but well, is it oversold right now or is it not? And if it's oversold, it can stay oversold for a long time, so you can snatch those RSIs. But on the 7:30 show, I'm going to tell you further about what's going on during the day and how you can interpret something like HUYA. So it's going to do something like this here, and this is just don't do anything here, because this is just another price discovery. And it just might do something like this after price discovery or after consolidation station. So this is falling down further, staying here, and then most likely this will happen. And I will be triggered if after this big move downwards, then if there will be a next high, then this will be my entry. So I'm waiting for this one to fall even further. And if it does, and when it just keeps doing this, I'm just going to stay off. I don't have a level, so I cannot trade it on a level, as I usually do. But now, just a day before earnings, I want to see some kind of positivity here. So someone's going to say, okay, well, it's not that bad with HUYA, or it's a cheap buy right now, so I'm going to buy this one. And when it does give you that sign and you really want to see this on a higher frame, so on a 15 minutes or on an hourly, you want to see this new high here. And then you just might go in here and trade it all the way back up. Why on 15 minutes and why on an hourly? Well, on a minute, that's just not... So this is what it does on a minute, so this is just not playable. Doesn't say anything here on a minute, so you really have to do this on a higher time frame. 15 minutes might be okay. And so that's how I'm gonna watch HUYA all day long. And then the 7:30 show, follow me on Twitter if you want to know where it is. You can... I'm going to talk a little bit more about how you can make a play if volume dies down during the day. Higher? Oh, why not? And after that, we're going to do the gap down here. I see this. Same scenario, recent IPO, fairly recent, 2019. Fell down here all the way to the $9 mark. And now sitting here. So if you see this, this is not hourly, so it fell down here, gap down, and now it's sitting here in this range for quite a while now. This is called consolidation station. So if a stock falls down and stays here for a longer period on any time frame, then you don't have anything to buy into. If there's the positivity of a level here to the downside, so multiple levels here, so might want to consider this here. Yeah, this is difficult. So you really want to be sure that this sell-off is not the start of a big sell-off. On a daily, you can see that this is 909. Fell through, it's 9, fell through, it's 20, fell through, it's 50, so no support whatsoever there. There is no 200 yet. That's funny. Why is my 200 not here? Strange. So after a sell-off like this, you really want this low here, this low here, this 909 really should be, this really should be your level, your support level. And if you want to buy this in strength, so if you really think that this is the bottom and then, okay, I just looked at the weekly, that's why my 200 was not there. So that's what you get when you're getting a week off. This is the high here is 1017. This high is 1022. So if you want to buy this and wait for the bounce here at 909, you can do that. But if you want to buy this in strength, this 1025 has to break. And then you're trading this one to the upside again. But normally, and nothing is normal, I know that. But normally, after something like this, stock stays here 9 out of 10 times, it falls through this 909. So you really want this support here. Otherwise, you might be in trouble. And if there is some strength in this, so if this consolidation period is now considered to be over, then you want to buy this in strength because you don't want to buy it while it's sitting here. So as a day trader above 1025 and on a bounce of 909, just waiting to see what's going to happen. And if you want to swing trade this, then be aware that you're catching a falling knife here. Okay, we talked about HUYA and we're going to talk about Roblox. Also having earnings this week. Tries to get up again, so you can see here the negative trend, and you can see here some on a bigger time frame, some kind of a positive trend. If you want to see it like this, then it's just, and this movement here is just the movement of a stock wanting to go up again, making new highs, but struggling here a little bit. So I put this line in when I saw this one this morning, 84.30, but it's trying to get above that right now. Here. This might just be a nice reversal play here. So what you want to do on what I'm gonna do on Roblox, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. You don't have to copy me. Of course, it's better if you don't. You have to make your own plan. But I want to see something like this. This has to fall here all the way to back to this 84.30 level. Well, 84.20 even. What's with that added thing? Come on. So this one I want to see on Roblox. Something like this. Scene is an area of support. So beware, and then you can buy this one to the upside again. So if you want to buy this one in strength, then you can also play for 86. And then 6, and then there is room all the way up to 85.69, and then 86.78, and all the way to 87.63. So on Roblox, a reversal long is something that you want to do, or pre-market breakout, pre-market high breakout. CLF, look at this. Do you remember CLF? We looked at this pattern here on a daily. We thought maybe here it breaks the pattern that we loved so much, but no, did not do that. Eventually, so I should take these away now. And you see what's going on. I hope that you see what's going on. So really nice movement here. It made a new high already. So what you have to do now, if you're swing trading this or if you're day trading this, so this is now a new high compared to this high. So now we look at the big picture here. This is a high, and this high here is higher than this high. So we're looking at this right now, at this bigger picture. And then here for the first time, it looked like this high here did not make it. And we thought, okay, falls under 50, that's it. But picked itself up again, making a new high here. So this was just a stumbling moment for CLF, and now making new highs here. So the question now is this just the low here, which is a higher low compared to this? So is this the low? This was the last low on the big picture. And then this is new high, so you have to wait till it makes a new low and then buy it. That's a possibility. Of course. It has no trouble falling through all the lines here, the 9 and the 20 EMA. So based on this, is this your new high here? And do you have to wait till it falls down again and then trade back to the upside? You might want to do that. So if you're swing trading something like this, then you really want to see where the new low is on this one. And the only way to see this is to do this on price action. And I'm gonna talk about CLF in a 7:30 show also, because I see a nice pattern here that we might just want to watch further down the road in the day. ARVR, we talked about that. Then Dolphin, also earnings. We remember Dolphin from these mad movements here, and then we said, okay, if it breaks 1480 again here, And it just might go here all the way to the top, but never did that. So we can erase those. And what's happening here? All these splits. Well, it just sits here now for a while on a daily in this range of 951-ish and 1115-ish. And other than the one that we looked at CLF that does not really care about its 9 EMAs, the candles just flew through that. If you want to see some kind of support, then this support here, this 9 EMA, looks like to be some kind of, so up here, overbought, and then just down, taking its 9 EMA, and then wants to stay on its 9 EMA. So that might be a sign for you to get this one. Big spread now, no volume. So earnings are on, when are the earnings? Dolphin, where are you? It's a great Dolphin. No earnings. Well, am I just stupid? Well, you are, of course, but okay. Well, then just for day trading, you want to see this 9 EMA holding. So that's the $10 mark right now. $10 above $10. It can move $1.17. So for a $10 stock, that's just great. Dolphin. Levels for Dolphin 951, 10, 11, 15. Macy's has earnings, and normally Macy's is typically buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a story. And well, there was some news apparently, because if I did not know better, then I would say that these were earnings here, because this is typical for Macy's, all the way up into earnings and then falling down. But well, probably someone said this 2040 here is really something that we're not gonna take out anytime soon. But I really believe that Macy's might be something that will get back on its feet and into earnings, because this one has earnings. Definitely, Macy's has earnings on Thursday before open. So this 1873 has to be something of a support, and then normally it moves only 80 cents a day, but it can move more than that. Just might want to sit here also on this level for a while, but then you have to watch out that if it falls under this 1873, then it's atypical for Macy's that people expect it to be less because maybe of the new Delta variant and blah blah blah. So this might be just if it falls under this 1873, then it just might also be sell the rumor, buy the news story if it just wants to end somewhere around the 716. So this 1873 is pivotal for me right now. Above that, it's a long. Under that, it's a short. ITIP, the small one. We saw something going on here. And the 608 really still is a level. It still is. I left you guys a week ago with a 608. It's still on my watch list because, well, it's holding this 571 608 very nicely. For day trading now, it's difficult. The spread is 603 584, so that's way too much, but there's no volume. I don't know why this is here for 28, but okay. It's 11 o'clock, guys. Come on. So on ITIP, I really want to play this one, but only on price action right now. And then the last one from my watch list, Cisco, is steadily going up there. We looked at this 49 level. Can you imagine that? 49. So something's off here with my charts because it says 424 here, and it's 5 o'clock already, but we can look at this one on a daily, no problem. Cisco. Did it or did it not? Well, can go even farther than this. So I want to buy this one into strength, although there is a real nice low here. This is the 9 EMA, so this low here would be very nice. 56-ish. The higher is 56.65, can move 64 cents on a day. That's not a lot, so you need to buy this just before earnings, which is this week. And then here are your levels to the upside. So I want to see a break of 56. I think that would be the play. And then something like this on Cisco, expecting good numbers here. So normally you would say this is a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of play. So the rumor is good earnings. So if this does not break this 56.65, then it's sell the news story. So 56.65 is pivotal for me for Cisco. Anything above that, it's a long. Anything under that, it's a short. Dolphin. Well, I'm really curious what they're going to say on Dolphin if there was the conference call to discuss the financials. 16. Okay, thank you for that. I just did not see that. Thank you for telling me that. 16, so that's something that you really want to see. Yeah. So this is really just not knowing what to do with itself, Dolphin. So sticking to my levels here, 951, 999, 1115. Thanks for that, Walt. Meesters and Thursday, yeah. So how are we on likes? Did we do good? Or did we do good? Just go to that little thumb there and give me some likes. Give Benzinga some likes, because that's what it's all about. We can only do that if we can satisfy the YouTube algorithm. So it's 5:05 and it's 11:05 in Amsterdam. We're gonna do a 7:30 show, which is a 1:30 show in Amsterdam. If you want to know where that is, then under this YouTube video, right under here, there is this nice little handle. If you click on that, then you are on my Twitter, and if you're on my Twitter, then you're gonna see where that other show is at. It's Bosch Trading on YouTube. Gonna talk some more about how to trade if volume dies down during the day, which is a concern for everybody, and if you really should do that, or if you really should quit it for after the first hour. You can also do something like that. So I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the stocks that we discussed today, give a little updates, and maybe we find some stocks that are not on our radar right now, but will pop up during pre-market in the coming hours. So if you want to watch that, follow me on Twitter, and I'll be back in that's in 2.5 hours from now. A lot can change in that period. Thank you, Luca. I don't know why iTip is up. I took away the week off last week, so I don't know, but I know that it's on a watch list, so we can't trade that. There's no volume whatsoever right now. But keep watching that one. So follow me on Twitter, then you will see where we are at 7:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Amsterdam time. If you're not watching this live, then please also hit that like and hit that subscribe. Share this with your friends. It's important for me, not only for me, but it's important for Benzinga. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Be sure that you are safe if you're going to trade today, and also be very, very sure that you don't overtrade yourself. I watched a show before going into this one about overtrading, and maybe we're going to talk about that tomorrow, because tomorrow there will be another early bird show. It's going to be at 4 o'clock. Really? Yeah, it's going to be at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern Time, early bird show, and it's 10 o'clock Amsterdam time. Be sure that you watch that, and if you're not trading today, then just have a fine, nice day. And if you're going to trade today, then be really sure you trade safely. Thanks very much for watching, and bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow, or this afternoon, or earlier this day, 7:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Amsterdam time.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
That's what I love about you guys. You know, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.